Welcome for this fifth week market review of 2022. This is Paresh Desai. Let us jump directly into the charts and see what the charts have to say. So we are here on this Nifty chart, और ये Nifty का जो chart है. Let us see what's happened today. Okay, so this is on Friday. So on Friday, this is the candle. This is Friday's candle, which was on 3rd of, which is today's. Okay, so this is of 4th of February, and what we see that the candle यहाँ पे थोड़ा नीचे आया है, right? So obviously there's some correction which is okay. The last time there was a rally from year to year, यहाँ से जो rally था, जो this rally, let us see how what was the retracement. तो इसका जो retracement था was somewhere around 78%. Okay, so that's quite okay, quite a little less than that also. So between 62 and 78. So which is taken as a okay, healthy retracement. Okay, now if we go for the next this thing, okay, if we go for the retracement, which is for the current retracement. So this retracement, what we see is up to now not even 38%. Okay, तो हो सकता है कि यहाँ से यहाँ there might be another correction in the beginning of the next week, and even if it is up to this level 17,200, I suppose that would still be like a healthy retracement for this trend. Okay, और जो अगर आप trend line समझ, अगर आप Elliott wave समझते हो, and if you understand this could be like 1-2, and there could be another 1-2, and then a third wave could start. So as per the trend, I think the trend is still bullish. Or यहाँ से bullish, of course. Let us see the weekly also, how the week has finished. The week is still like this. Okay, so जो last 2 weeks का यहाँ पर जो fall हुआ था, if you see these 2 weeks, so in the current week there is no follow up to that. That means in the current week इसके नीचे नहीं गया. That means this was still a healthy sign, and in the process it has given a higher high as compared to last week and a higher low also as compared to last week. So what I would feel is that this is quite a healthy retracement as of now, और ये जो हमने line draw किया है somewhere around 17,200. So even if the price comes up to here, I would still think that this would be a reasonable level even for next week also. Possibly it might touch this and then go up. So as of now, the things are looking quite bullish on Nifty. Let us see how is it on Bank Nifty. तो बैंक निफ्टी में अगर देखेंगे तो दिस वीक वाज क्वाइट गुड फॉर बैंक निफ्टी आफ्टर द बजट, और बजट के बाद अगर ये एक छोटा सा ट्रेंड लाइन भी अगर देखेंगे वीकली का, तो उसके ऊपर ही क्लोज हुआ है. सो देयर इज नो हार्म इन the thing, okay, on bank nifty. So banking sector looks good, and there's like a breakout on weekly. तो जितने higher time frame पे अगर breakout होता है, that is considered as a healthy sign. So look out for the banking stocks in the next week. Looks like some good stuff for the banking sector from the latest budget viewpoint also. हो सकता है कि budget की वजह से कुछ अच्छा sector के लिए साबित हो. That's the reason why I think that there's a bullish move on this week as compared to the week earlier on Nifty. So जैसे Nifty में अगर हम देखते हैं तो Nifty it was like this. Last week was red and this week was here, so there's no breakout or something like that. But in bank nifty, if I see on weekly, there is a definite breakout, and this would signal new entries in the banking sector. Okay, plus ये जो all time पहले का high था of bank nifty, which was somewhere around 37,760, उसी का यहाँ पर एक support लेके price ऊपर गई है. So banking sector, look out for good stocks in banking sector like HDFC Bank, ICICI. So if what I find is in HDFC also, like there's can't so this as a bullish engulfing, but this is a bullish indication. और इसी का भी अगर आप ट्रेंड लाइन ड्रॉ करोगे तो ये भी यहाँ पर एक ट्रेंड लाइन भी एक ब्रेकआउट की जैसा ही यहाँ पर अभी तक हुआ नहीं है, बट पॉसिबली द ब्रेकआउट माइट कम इन नेक्स्ट वीक. तो दिस ब्रेकआउट, look out for breakout in HDFC Bank, and then also let us see for ICICI Bank. So the ICICI Bank में अगर देखते हैं, if you go for ICICI Bank, yes, ICICI Bank is actually been quite good. So it is, the trend is still up a little. This looks even a little better than HDFC Bank, which was still correct, which is corrected so much, right? But अगर ICICI Bank में देखेंगे तो उसमें correction इतना नहीं है, right? So we are here on ICICI. So ICICI as of now looks a little better than HDFC Bank. Okay, so you can take your pick, and subject to your stop loss target and your indication and confirmation, you can take a trade. Again, just to remind you, I'm not into any advisory. So whatever we are doing here is based entirely on our technical studies, which is on level 1 mainly. On level 2 भी अगर आपने किया हुआ है तो level 2 भी आप देख सकते हो. And since this is today's Friday, starting from Monday, we are starting a new batch of level 1. तो अगर किसी को level 1 में अगर interest है, हो सकता है काफी पहले किया है और अभी वापस आपको रिपीट करना है, या हो सकता है आपको किसी को रेफर करना है, थैंक यू वेरी मच, यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम. Many of you have referred me or your friends and relatives in the past, so I'm grateful for your referrals. And one more time, if you got anyone to refer, you can please do so. Level 2 is again starting from on Tuesday, which is the 8th of February. Tuesdays and Saturdays will be level 2, and Mondays and Fridays will be level 1. So look out for those programs which are starting. And for FNO also will be starting from this Sunday, futures and options. So any of these programs you are interested or you'd like to refer someone, you are most welcome to do that. Thank you very much. So let us go ahead with the next next sector and see what are the international sectors doing like. So the international sectors में हम देखते हैं, then we are seeing that this is what is happening in the Dow Jones and all. Okay, so Dow Jones is right now, it's live right now, recording at 7. No, it's not yet started. So Dow Jones should be starting in some time around by 8 o'clock or so. By the time it starts, let us see, be able to see how the Dow Jones has been doing. Okay, so we are here, and the Dow Jones for today, the US markets have not yet opened. They'll be opening in another 15 minutes. So Dow Jones देखते हैं क्या, how Dow Jones is performing. Yesterday in Dow Jones, okay, that was Thursday, the stocks like Google had almost like given a very good move. Okay, Google had 2 days back, it had given like a new all-time high, or it had touched like a double top, not new all-time high, but it had touched a double top resistance. Obviously the same, I mean, our studies which go that if you find the stock has come at a resistance, never buy at the resistance. Okay, let the stock cross above that resistance and go up. So as you see, ये Google का जो stock है, which is called as Alphabet in the US Nasdaq, तो यहाँ पर एक double top के यहाँ पर एक resistance लेके price took a resistance and came down. Even this was the thing which happened on Thursday. Probably आज अगर हो सकता है कि gap fill होगा, that is also possible. So this again confirms our study which says that never chase the stock, never buy at the resistance. In fact, resistance पे अगर stock आता है और आपने ये stock पहले लिया हुआ यहाँ पर after some bullish indication, then this was a good time to actually sell and book some profits. If you are long term, obviously it doesn't make sense to exit, but फिर भी अगर long term में भी हो तो partially you can still book your profits whenever the stock is coming at earlier resistances and double tops. So this is what we are finding in Google on this weekly. Still today's day, the price action is still awaited. We'll see after some time what today's action is on Google and also on Dow Jones. So the दूसरे अगर indices देखते हैं, so if you see other indices were also not so great. So if I see like London Stock Exchange, then Shanghai, and then Shenzhen. Okay, so those were negative as of now. So sometimes the international markets are not so great. Also, it affects the Indian markets. So because the Asian markets did not perform well, that was also one of the reasons why the Indian markets also would not have performed so great. So this was for Nifty, Bank Nifty. Let us see our other indices for the different indices and see how those indices are doing, sectoral indices. So the sectoral indices में अगर देखते हैं तो this was today's sector indices, and in this sector indices, FMCG and metals and IT These three were in the green today. So let us see how the FMCG sector has performed. FMCG sector has been down for some time. It was a very good opportunity in terms of the stocks which had corrected quite heavily. Something like Britannia, and then if you have seen HUL and all. Let us see those individual stocks also. लेकिन यहाँ पर individual stocks ये sector जो है वो double bottom के बाद यहाँ से price एक even now, I think it will still be good for an entry, provided you get a good entry indication and confirmation. तो यहाँ पर अगर एक छोटा सा ये भी trend line है, watch out for this trend line to be broken out, and then this could possibly be a, can't call it as an inverted head and shoulders, but a breakout beyond this could could signal a good entry into the FMCG sector also. So जैसे अगर कोई individual stocks देखते हैं like Britannia and Nestle. So Britannia was down, but still it is taking a support here. Let us see what is happening on Nestle. Nestle is down, HLL. So HLL all at obviously at supports and sort of like a consolidation phase. So consolidation phase में काफी बार sideways होता है at the supports, and once this support is broken either on the either side, so you have to still look out that wait for the indication, wait for some sort of base on which you can base your trade. जैसे यहाँ पर अभी भी एक जैसे triangular formation हो रहा है, so अगर ये triangular formation होगा, I would still wait for possible breakout of this triangular formation over here. Okay, तो अगर ये 2360 2370 के आसपास जाता है, there's a breakout, then that would signal a good level for entry into stocks like Hindustan Unilever. You can look out for other stocks also, and possibly stocks like, let us say, DMart and all. Those are little high value stocks, but again, long term good stocks. So DMart also is not yet given any indication confirmation. Okay, so wait for the indication confirmation. Just because the stock is cheap doesn't make sense to buy. For example, DMart has come down from 6,000 to almost like 4,081. So it's almost like 33% correction in the price from the all-time high. Good valuations, but obviously don't buy just because the stock is cheap. अगर आपको यहाँ पर इंडिकेशन कंफर्मेशन मिलता है या तो फिर एक सपोर्ट के पास और एक आपके पास कुछ you have some reason on which to buy. A conservative entry would be somewhere when you take an entry over here, तो आपका जो stop loss होगा वो बहुत छोटा stop loss होगा, but as an aggressive entry you can take an entry here near the double bottom, and as a conservative entry you can always wait for at least if not a gradual trend line, then at least a steeper trend line. At least ये trend line का breakout होने के बाद, that could be a good level of entry for a stock like Avenue Supermart. और इसका अगर if I see the EMA basis for 5 EMA on all over here, let us check what's happening on 5 EMA. So 5 EMA obviously wait for 5 EMA also. This is not above 5 EMA obviously. This is below 5 EMA, लेकिन 5 EMA के ऊपर आता है, trend line breakout होता है. Look out for volume also when that happens. अगर volume भी अच्छा है, so possibly something might be developing at that point of time, and then that could be a good level for entries. Nothing is showing on volume, nothing is showing on EMA as of now. So whenever you take any trade, whether it is for this sector or any other sector, look out for the stuff which you have seen already in our studies, technical level 1 as well as level 2. Now we've seen that the metal sector was looking good. So if you see stocks like Tata Iron Steel, Tata Steel Limited. So Tata Steel was here for a long time. A lot of people have been waiting for this support for this stock to go up. Obviously, if you keep on looking at the stock, it never goes. But suddenly you invest and then you look at it after a few months, then you will find yes, that this stock is in profit. So ये भी इसका भी ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेकआउट होगा तो एक कंजर्वेटिव एक एंट्री यहाँ पर एक अच्छा एक हो सकता है. So watch out for a trend conservative entries beyond this after a breakout. Okay, so this is a very strong support. This is 1070. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 बार अगर यहाँ पर support लिया हुआ है, so obviously this support looks like a very strong support. And another thing, the type of announcements which have been made in the budget, like 7,50,000 crores for the infrastructural development. Okay, so that that speaks a lot. And major portion of this, when you talk about infrastructure, like building roads and dams and all these things where the works are there, right? So the cement sector, then steel sector should be the ones which should be benefiting out of this. So look out for cement sector, look out for also steel sector, like it could be Ambuja Cement, it could be ACC. So if you see the cement sector is also giving a good bounce over here, but obviously this is a good support. But support ke baad, after the budget, I mean, this stock has also gone up. But these are some stocks which are robust stocks, and you can go for these for even for long term. Okay, so Ambuja, which had gone all the way to 460, had corrected to 377. So good correction levels here. और अगर अच्छे लेवल पर अगर मिलता है, then that would be again good level to accumulate these stocks for long term. Positional, obviously, you can go for a little on the lower time frame and then enter. Okay, or if you're going for on a daily time frame, then the positional entry would have been here, not over here. Okay, it will be a little later in the day, but अगर आप long term के लिए सोच रहे हो, तो obviously you can wait for a trend line breakout in stock like Ambuja Cements also. So this was the steel sector, then cement. Let us see other steel stocks like GSW Steel. So the GSW Steel, like that, though, GSW Steel is also bullish since last so many days. Okay, and sideways is का movement है, तो sideways movement है. And also if you see something, some of you, if you understand the divergences, reverse divergences in the reverse divergences are also there, which you are in the level, which you take in the level 4. Okay, so what I see is level reverse divergences also. So that would confirm that this is like the sideways movement, and one more movement is expected from this. And once this movement starts, you can understand that there could be a good rally from here too. Okay, so enter while the rally, before the rally starts, rather than waiting for this rally over here. Okay, so ये जब ये rally already यहाँ पे पहुंच गया, when the price is already reached here, then you are a little late for the party. Okay, you can catch the price over here when it is just given like a breakout of the sideways movement. So lot of sideways movement since a long time. Okay, and highly due this sector. If it goes, whenever there's a breakout, do watch out. You might find that suddenly this stock might start like flying. So this was GSW Steel. Then we saw Tata Steel. Let us see so one more sector which we saw was Nifty IT. Nifty IT is although little heated up, but this is one sector which has got a lot of benefit due to the pandemic. और यहाँ पे जो बीच में जो correction हुआ था. Okay, so you'd see that there was a huge, like so many months. Okay, there was no you can see over here the prices were consistently going up, and last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months the prices are like sideways. So this is the only concern which is on my mind कि अगर ये इतने टाइम से अगर sideways है, so what is the reason? Plus on the highest time frame, what I'm finding is that there's a bearish engulf on the monthly time frame. उसके पहले 3 candles which were like inverted hammers at the top. So 3 inverted hammers, एक bearish engulfing, and even now, as of now, what I find is that it is over here. Okay, so अगर इस month के नीचे close होता है, or even if it closes below this, look out for this sector to be little careful. In fact, अगर आपका थोड़ा profits, if your stocks are in profit, then be little strict with this sector. Okay, you never know. Sometimes if there's a sudden fall in this any particular sector, you don't want to lose out on the profits. Okay, so the profits आपके हैं, and if you like to book the profits, then you can do a partially. Or अगर look out for this level, अगर there's a breakdown beyond this level, then that would be little dangerous for this sector. Okay, and this level, what I have marked is also incidentally the you see market in the red. So yeah, this is the line you have to look out for. इसके नीचे any close below this, would be little danger sign for this for the IT sector. So we saw IT, we saw banking, we saw FMCG, and we saw let us see Nifty infra. Infra, obviously, I think infra should be good week wise. Okay, so week wise, there is not much damage to this sector, something like IT or something, but it is like sideways, and it is given a new high. So earlier there was this a new low. Earlier this low, as compared to that last week was this low, and in the current week it has given you, the price has given you actually higher high and higher low. So look at this. Looking at this candle, it looks like an inverted hammer, but there is a progress on the weekly pattern. और अगर monthly में देखते हैं तो it is still like this. Okay. Now some sectors like infrastructure and all, they've gone up consistently since a long time. Look out for a sideways movement, breakout of the sideways movement. So if you're a little conservative, then you would wait for a breakout of this pattern. ओके तो ये जो पैटर्न है यहाँ पर दिखता है, ये पैटर्न का अगर ब्रेकआउट होता है तो ये ब्रेकआउट पैटर्न के ब्रेकआउट के बाद आप एंट्री कर सकते हो अगर आप थोड़े कंजर्वेटिव हो तो. Okay, if you are a little aggressive, you can trade between this and this also. Okay, and obviously this is the this is the index, so you won't be trading on the index. You will be trading probably on the stocks like Larsen and Toubro and all. So if I see in LNT consistently month over month it was good. Weekly maybe अगर हम यहाँ पे देखते हैं तो weekly also there was the trend, overall trend is up. So stocks like L&T, which are who have got a good order book and it is a robust company with good profitability. I can't say about the profitability, but a good stock. And if you see that the trend on weekly is up, it is not even sideways. Okay, even before this, it's given a higher high and a higher low. So इसका ये trend अभी भी ऊपर है, and last week was like a bullish piercing. So this stock L&T should do good in the near weeks to come, next few weeks to come. Okay, so that was banking, infra, and also the international some indices we had seen. Now it's now just 1 minute, and we'll be starting with the US markets. We'll just have a look at the US markets and then probably close in the next 5 minutes. So before that, we can go and see some other sectors like oil and gas, BPCL. Bharat Petroleum is on week, which is gone by. Monthly again sideways, so this sector is again sideways. Little avoidable as of now, because can you see so much sideways movements last so many months. So someone who has got in and almost like what, even 2020, March 2020, right? And it is still over here only. Okay, not much growth. So ये high growth nahi hai this sector. So you can little ignore this sector if you want looking for some growth, the growth stocks. Okay, so the markets have opened for the US. Let us see what's happened there. So ये Dow Jones अगर हम देखते हैं, so Dow Jones on daily is like it's obviously there's some last 2-3 days it was up. If you see yesterday and today also it is down. So let us see marks on levels over here. Individual stocks, the one which we had seen for Google. Let's see what's happening to Google. Google again is yet gapped up a little bit, but again it is closed. Even it's closing. It is going below the yesterday's close. Okay, so again our technical theory is coming into effect. Possibly it might come up to here and fill this gap. Okay, so already here. So some of you, you can try shorting, but avoid shorting a stock which is like a Tagada stock. And the last one before we close, I'll go for our all-time favorite, which is Reliance, and see what Reliance is doing and what we have in store for Reliance. So Reliance looking a little weak on the weekly time frame. Monthly time frame it is good. Okay, but why? Because for the long-term investors, as I said, you can still see that the trend is up. Okay, so there could be some corrections here. Look out for the trend lines and see how the trend lines are. So to still be okay as long as it is above this trend line. Okay, so the stop loss levels would be here somewhere around 2250. So maybe another 100 rupees still up, and this would still be a sideways movement. Okay, ये जो sideways movement है, ये sideways movement अभी भी Reliance में it is not yet finished. So look out for a sideways finish of the sideways movement. जैसे ये sideways चल रहा है. Once the sideways movement also finishes, then possibly there could be a good rally beyond this point. So this is again, it's come like at a support. Good entry possibly next week somewhere around here with indication and confirmation, and the price going up would be a good level. So this was for Reliance. One more final look at the Nifty before we close. So Nifty, the long-term trend line jo apna hai is from coming from all the way up to from here, there up to here. As I said, this long-term trend line is still intact. So ye, jab tak ye trend line intact hai, tab tak things are still good and the trend would be up. As I said, there could be some correction up to this blue line which I marked earlier when I started. और अगर यहाँ तक भी price आती है और either there or up to this level and then continues to go up, is still the trend I would say would be up. Okay, so buy when the rally starts rather than entering when the rally would be reaching its top. Okay, so don't be late for the party. You can, but don't be too early also. You can reach somewhere at the mid time and then enjoy the rally. Okay, so this is the Nifty and all the other sectors. I hope you found this analysis useful. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can subscribe to this and also like this channel and comment to it what you liked it, and if you would like to cover anything which is of interest to you. Okay, so once again, thank you very much. This is Paresh Desai from Sankalp Eduventture, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Good day. Bye.